Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 15551. It's the Tier 8 French SPG located on the westbourne of Sand River, and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat. Okay, game started. It's loaded with a 155mm gun, and he's got skill for use colours on the side of his vehicle. That 155mm will actually do 750 alpha and burst radius of 8 meters, and with a premium ammo that goes up to 9 meters. Okay, he's now having a look down the valley at the enemy. Reload time 24.61 seconds, or near as damn it 25 seconds. Now, the Lorraine 15551 was designed on the basis of the Lorraine 40-ton tank, and it was designed in 1951. That's why it says 51 after the 155. And that first round hit the target. Direct hit on the IS-3A, and he's moving position to avoid counter battery. Now, I think he's decided that he needs to move a fair bit. And, well, we've got a clown car. Yeah, clown cars are in the game. EBR 90, totally unrealistic. Completely OP, destroying the game, and Wargaming thinks it's funny. Well, it's not funny because it is destroying the game. These vehicles are so overpowered that they literally run rings around the most OP tanks that used to be in the game, and now they just make a joke out of the whole game. You might as well just call this Mario Kart, World of Mario Kart instead, and have with it, with every person driving a Mario Kart around the place, and then of course it wouldn't be realistic anymore. Direct hit on the T30, 304 hit points, non-penetrating shot, but it's tracked him and he's taking damage, so he's got some assist. Okay, he's moved to his new firing position, and it's up on the heights directly behind a T30. And, well, he's found an Object 257 in the town. He's loaded. And he's dialed in. Rounds out the 257. Near miss for 77 hit points. Now, the clown car in the south is, well, he's gone away. He's not out of the game yet, unfortunately. He's actually up in the north now. And, yes, he's just spotted that clown car. We're looking towards the village, and we can see an M41 Walker Bulldog and an Object 257. We fired the round in, and it was a direct hit on the Bulldog. There was no explosion, but you saw the buildings around the Bulldog suddenly disappeared. They've been demolished by that shell. The splash leveled them. Now, up in the north, we still see that clown car making complete idiots out of Wargaming and everyone else connected with them. They thought they were building something which would be contrary to Arty, and all they've done is build something that's contrary to the entire game. Yes, I will rant on about EBRs and clown cars. I think they are destroying the game. I think they're ruining it. It's just really, really sad that Wargaming made this decision to put them into the game, because they did say, and in fact Victor said for many years, that he would never put wheeled vehicles in the game. And now, unfortunately, he's put them in the game, and they are destroying the game. They're making some of the top players and top content contributors turn around and say, well, this is rubbish. These things are completely unrealistic. In fact, you've got people like Klaus Kellerman now calling the clown cars cancer. Now, that used to be the term that would actually be affixed to Arty. But Arty was realistic. Arty did occur during battles. In fact, more tanks were killed by self-propelled guns, of course that included tank destroyers, than any other cause. And don't take my word for it, that's the Tank Museum's opinion. He's trying to get that 53 TP, but he's hiding behind the rock at the moment. And the shell hits the rock face ahead of him, but he was stunned, so he picks up the damage assist. Now, many people have actually suggested solutions that might work for the clown cars, getting rid of them or slowing them down, or just making it so that they are far too easy to kill, and then obviously people will either stop playing them or they will eventually ruin the game. Of course, they said the same thing about Arty again, and what they did with Arty is, of course, they nerfed Arty. They nerfed it so badly that, of course, it no longer did damage. It could only do stun to tanks as well as a bit of damage, not a whole lot. But people are now saying the same thing should be done to the clown cars because they're just totally unrealistic. I mean, if clown cars were that effective, every country on the world would have had fleets of clown cars, entire armies of clown cars, but no tanks. Because after all, if you can have a vehicle that could run rings around the enemy, was impervious to any shell that was fired at it, and would do massive speed, then yes, I think they would have had wheeled vehicles. I mean, they did have scout cars in both armies, in all the armies during the Second World War, but those vehicles did not survive very long when they met a tank. It was normally they'd meet the tank and that would be the end of them, because they get wiped out very quickly. Okay, we're having difficulty trying to find an enemy to shoot at now. Well, the Ferdinand's coming to view, and of course that's bad news for him because he's now just been hit. Now he's been artied, and he's tracked, and he's now going to take more damage, and he's out the game. So just over 1,000 hit points of actual damage done, 217 of assist, and 1,220 of stun assist. And we've got a tank in the south. It's an Udes 03 Swedish flat pack, the original mountain goat. Rounds out. Oh, a little too shallow there. Now, this is one of the good things about the Lorraine, is that it does have fast speed, and that it gets from the Lorraine 40-ton tank. Of course, that tank never actually got built, but it was a very fast tank with very light armour. Now, SlyMeerkat has turned to face the enemy. Oh, now unfortunately that shot was not good. It hit the rock face some distance away. Now, I can only put that down to the meerkats. Yes, I have actually just recently seen photographs of, or not photograph, it was a video of his two meerkats, Toffee and Fudge, were fighting in his lap as he was playing the game. Well, I can understand why shells would actually go astray if you had a pair of meerkats in your lap which were fighting. Yes, I think you'd probably be doing the same. Almost as bad as having a pair of weasels or stoats mucking about on your lap, trying to have a fight amongst each other. Well, the enemy's coming up the river valley and the numbers are even. He's moved to a position where he can get shots on that Scorpion. Line him up, rounds out, and big hit! 242. It was a near miss actually, but it still did a lot of damage, and the Scorpion was killed by the Wizzy 1201 GFT. So that's another one out the game, and we've got a one tank advantage. And you can see how Sly's moving about the battlefield quite a lot. And this is one of the Arties that can do that very easily. Of course, he knocked that tree down, which sort of gives away his position to the enemy. But, okay, now he's aiming towards the south, because it looks like the enemy's got the south of the map, and Sly's got the north with his group, with his team. Now, there's only 6 minutes left on the clock. And we're getting close to the enemy cap area. And I think what they're going to do now is they're going to try and cap out now. He's dialing in on that T-30 who's in below that ridge line. So the tanks up in the north can't see him. And in fact, actually an IS-3 suddenly appeared. Oh, he killed the T-30! That's his first kill of the game, but it was an important one because that guy could do a lot of damage to our tanks. Unfortunately, the IS-3A just took out our Borsig. So we're now aiming for the IS-3A. We're almost loaded, and we just lost the batch at 12 ton as well. So now there's only 4 left on our team, 5 on the enemy team. And that shot was a bit, well, it was a bit lagging. Not lagging in terms of communication, but it was actually a bit, the lead wasn't as strong as it should have been. And the IS-3 was moving too quickly. So unfortunately he missed him. Okay, he's changed position again. Now, question is, did the enemy RT move, or is he still there? Well, he's dialing in on the position. It looks like our FB207 fired in that spot as well. He fires around in on top of that. We didn't stick around to see if there was any result, but nothing's come up, so presumably the GW Tiger moved away. There's a GW Tiger P on the enemy team. There's the FP207, which is the British Tier 8. Okay, he's loaded. Now, the Lorraine 15551 is one of the most popular Artys for frontline. And, well, that's mainly down to the speed of this thing. It does also have a very fast fire rate thanks to that 155mm gun. And as a consequence, you can get out more rounds, which means more cap resets, which means you will get up the ranks higher. And we've seen a few people use the Lorraine 15551 to get the rank of general in front lines. Well, he's now aiming up at the hill, and I think he's trying to fire over the top of the UDES. I can't understand why the UDES is doing what he's doing. Oh, he's been seen by the Object 430 on the enemy team. And I think the UDES was blocking the route getting up on top of the hill. And now Sly's going to go up the hill. Or is he going to use this rise to spot and shoot at the enemy? Well, the IS-3A's been seen in the north. Our UDES and Wizzy1201 GFT are spotting them. But there's also that Object 430, and he's fairly close. He's just in the dip. Oh, he's just got killed by the Wizzy1201 GFT, and oh my god, there's an UDES behind us. Yep. Sly quickly moves into position. The unfortunate thing is that he was seen, and well, enemy RT is likely to be raining a shell in fairly quickly, so it would be better for him to relocate quickly before the UDES catches sight of his position again. The IS-3's getting close in the north. 4 each on either team. Can he do some damage to this IS-3A? He's trying to dial in. Difficult. Fires the round in. It hits the ridge line. Again, he's gone short. The UDES has actually come down from the heights. He's going after the Wizzy 120, and now would be a good time for him to go up this slope and come down the other side and shotgun that UDES. Oh, he doesn't need to. The Wizzy killed him. So now we have a one tank advantage, and we know where the IS-3A is. If we can kill him, then there's only the enemy Arty to kill. He's trying to get a solution. Unfortunately, he's getting a red line because that IS-3A is below the cliff. But I think he's going to come up that rise there. If he does come up, then there's a good chance that Sly will be able to get a shot at him. He just needs to pick the right spot to fire from, and just behind this rock would be good. But oh no, he's decided to go down. Oh! He's picking a new firing spot, far enough away from the IS-3A. And they've killed him! The Wizzy 1201 GFT got the kill on the IS-3A, and that means now there are only 2 Artys left, and Sly can go hunting Arty. Yes, he does know what the P in SPG stands for. It stands for propelled, and the good Arty players are the ones who go active to actually help their team win. They did have the 1 minute, the 2 minute siren. Now they've had the 1 minute siren, so they need to find the enemy as quickly as possible and dispose of them, otherwise they're going to get a draw. He can't cap on his own, and his teammates are rushing down from this direction as fast as they can. Now he might be able to spot one of the enemy RT from this position. He's found one by proximity, and he's found the other one. It's the M40, M43, and he goes down into the dip. He shotguns him! Oh my god, that was a freehand shotgun! And he's now found the GW Tiger. He's trying to reload. the GW gets stunned by his teammate and he's blocking him from moving, which means his teammate can now have another shot. The FV207 does take a while to load, but if he doesn't, then I'm sure Sly will shotgun him in the last few seconds of the game. It's about to end and he shotguns him to win. What a game. With only seconds left on the clock, he puts a round right through the GW to kill him and wins the game. Oh my god, that's quite an ending. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. Well, it was an ace tanker for SlyMeerkat in the Lorraine 155 mm 51. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18. He got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, at least 6 tanks that were taken out by other teammates, and also the counter battery fire medal because he killed both enemy Artys, and he did it freehand on both occasions. He shotgunned that M40, M43 as he dived over the edge into the trench trying to escape, but it was no good because the 155mm round will mess you up if it hits anywhere near you when you're trying to do something like that. What a great game that was. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in that game. No, the GW Tiger P on the enemy team was the best player. He managed to get 3,390 hit points of damage from that game. The next high scorer was the UDES 03 on their team with 2,657. And then we've got Sly with 2,628. Very, very high scores. Shows that a lot of the players were very evenly matched. When it came to kills, it was the Wizzy 1201 GFT. He got 4 kills in that game. The GW Tiger got 3, and so did Sly. And when it came to base XP, it's Sly. 1,187 base experience points from that one. 935 goes to the Wizzy 1201 GFT, and 893 goes to the UDES 03. Sly fired 20 rounds, he got 8 direct hits, 2 penetrations, 13 splash. Damage of 2,628 hit points, of which 1,931 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see the close range shots on the GW and the M40 certainly did take up the difference. 1 hit received, it was a penetration, I'm afraid, yes. He also spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 265 hit points of damage assistance, plus 1,276 hit points of stun assist of 12 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 30,388 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 13,288 credits. He received 1,187 base, it's not base XP, but it is the same value as there, so it must be base. 7,124 from personal missions payout, took away 8,905 altogether. Actually, I don't think that is base. I think somehow what replays has got it all mixed up. But what a great game that was. Ace Tanker, Confederate and Counter Battery. And well, the end of the battle was very exciting. It could have been a draw if Sly had actually gone to the enemy cap and started capping and waited for his mates to turn up. Then it probably would have been a draw. But because Sly went hunting the enemy at the end of the game, as what Arty Noobs players are prone to do, he actually managed to pull a win out of the hat for the whole team by killing one Arty, waiting around for the shell to reload and then killing the other one. What a great game that was. Yeah, it was very fun. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.